But when you talk about the breaking the bad habit loops, whether it's physical or mental, we kind of touched on it, but let's dive into it more in depth. What could you do? What are some things, new habits that you can create for yourself that could break those very bad habits, both physically and mentally, whether they're small or they're larger?
Yeah, I mean, so listen, how many times do we say like, okay, I'm going to start eating better. I'm going to uh, read at night. I'm going to get a better night's sleep. I'm going to train, whatever. I'm going to be better at my self-talk. Like we have all these great aspirations, but then we don't really have a great plan of how to do it.
Yeah.
And these four things that I wrote down for the podcast is exactly from James Clear's book Atomic Habits, which we've talked about in great length.
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm.
one of the things he said is you don't have to necessarily have all four, but it helps to have all four. When you want to have a new habit, it has to be obvious. So make it written somewhere, put it on the background of your phone. Make it something like if you want to talk more positively, put it on your batting gloves, put it on your bat. Make it very obvious. Then you want to make it attractive. So, some people will add like the why to it. So it's like, okay, after this at bat, win, lose, or draw, right? If I get a hit, if I get out, whatever it is, I will have so much more experience now. So the attractive pieces, the experience of the at bat, not necessarily the outcome of the at bat. Or, hey, I'm going to go get this workout in, and I'm going to feel so much better. I'm going to look eventually so much better towards where I want to be. So you're trying to make what you're doing more attractive than just a task or that's going on. Making it easy is probably honestly the biggest one. It's going to be so much more difficult for you to create these new habits if you have these resistance. So the working out one for me is always, if you woke up and if you're trying to wake up early in the morning to go work out and your gym clothes are all over the place and your water's not even ready, all of a sudden you're gonna be thinking like, oh, I have to do all this. I'm gonna snooze instead. But if your gym clothes are right next to your bed when you wake up, your bag's already packed, the water's already set, you're making it very easy for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And then making it satisfying. So, big pressure situation, big at bat. I'm going to make it satisfying because after this, I get to journal. I get to put a star in my journal that, hey, I showed up to a big pressure situation and worked to my mental performance, all those, it seems kind of silly to have those things, but all of a sudden that's how your brain starts ticking away. And it's probably just playing off of these dopamine releases that we're going to get as we go through these four things.